can't even believe I'm saying that. I can't believe that it's Christmas. It's snowing outside. There's snow on the ground. I got a Christmas tree in the back. I love this red sweater. This year has absolutely flown by. I know we say that every year, don't we? It's about July, and it's like, oh, we just have 6 months to get all of our stuff done. But this year, in particular for me, I just feel like it's so much faster. And I've been doing some reflection because I've been preparing for this message and doing some reflection and realized that I think I have a reason why I feel like 2024 has been going faster than normal, or why years appear to go faster every year. Like a lot of times we'll blame it on our age or things like that. But I think I have an idea, at least for me, why I am feeling this urgency and this zooming year after year. The last couple months have been a little bit challenging for me and my family, especially my mom. And if anything impacts my mom, it impacts me and my family. So my stepfather passed away in October. And so Mike and I are helping my mom sort through things, right? Not necessarily the finance stuff. She can do that. She can figure out life insurance, all of those things. But it's more about the house and helping her sort through the house. So if you've lived in a home or an apartment or condo for 5 years or more, you have stuff. So now I want you to imagine living in a home for 40 years. You've got stuff. So Mike and I are trying to help her sort through her stuff, right? Which is something that we should all do. So here's my lesson for you. You need to, if you don't want your children to have to sort through your stuff, clean it now. Like, just do it now. And so this is a motivation for us too, to help declutter our lives, but also help declutter my mom's house. And really, it's not bad. It's just their stuff, right? And we're trying to help her, because I believe that if I help her kind of organize and get through all the things in the house, that she would be happy. My goal is for my mom to be happy. I do not like to see her sad. So I realized through this reflection and trying to prepare for today's message, I'm trying to control her happiness. And I've been taught through this process, I've been taught that I can't do that. So life is going, like, I got so many things coming at me. My mom's happiness. I'm trying to, for some reason, I feel this sense of urgency to clean the house now. Like, why does it need to be cleaned now? It's been 40 years, right? So we can do it bits. We can eat the elephant one bite at a time, as they say. But yet I'm putting this heavy pressure on myself. Then I've got my business. And I'm trying to reach my Q4 goals, and I want to finish the year strong, and I want to do, and I want to do, and I want to do. And I'm going to guess that you're probably the same way. If you're watching this video, you're probably like, yeah, I feel this pressure of end of year stuff. Like, I need to get this done. I need to get this done. I need to get this done before the calendar flips over. Well, that's what I'm feeling. Now, here's the interesting part, and it's kind of hypocritical, quite frankly. I'm a setting boundaries gal. I'm the one who helps other women and men set boundaries so that they can control the chaos. But here I am letting the chaos come into my life. And so I realized this. Once I realized this, I said, Melissa, you have to set boundaries. So I'm going to give you 3 steps to help you clear the chaos. Okay? That's what you're going to get. And then you're going to get the message. So hang tight. The first one, take a look at everything that's on your plate. Just write it all down. Just do a brain dump, everything that's on your plate. Personal and professional. So everything, your business stuff, then your volunteer stuff, then your church stuff, then your XYZ stuff, right? Write it all down and figure out what does not belong. So it goes back to Sesame Street. Excuse me. Goes back to Sesame Street. Which one of these things, excuse me, does not belong? Then you have to release it. Second step, you're identifying those things and you have to let them go. So I had to make some very difficult decisions on 2 areas of my life, and I had to let them go. It was very hard, near and dear to my heart, I love them like you don't believe, or that you would believe, but it did not align with everything else. So I had to let them go. I had to set boundaries around them. So now that I have everything aligned, now I'm prioritizing everything. So I'm prioritizing my mother. I'm prioritizing my business and all those things that go with that, hiring and my marketing stuff and all the things. And then I'm prioritizing my family. I'm prioritizing my friends. I'm prioritizing all of the parts of my life. And I realized as I'm doing this, actually, I did not realize it until I was preparing for this message, that somebody's missing in my prioritization list. Can you guess who it is? Like, if you know me well enough, you know that my faith is very, very important to me. How important? Or is it important, right? Because I didn't mention God in any of those prioritizations. I did not mention Jesus in any of those prioritizations. I prioritized him at the bottom instead of at the top. I don't know. Are you like me? Are you doing this, or am I the only one that does this? It could be. Like, I could be the only one that does this. Now, I've rationalized, because when Mike and I are cleaning, going through my mom's house, we go on Sundays. And so between you and I, hopefully she's not going to be watching this video, but between you and I, it's easier to sort through things when mom is not looking over my shoulder. And I know on Sunday morning she's going to be at church. So we scoot our bottoms over to my mom's house on Sunday mornings, and we spend 4 or 5 hours. Whatever it is, 2-3 hours. She comes home. She's very appreciative of what we've done. We share a beer, and then we go home. So that's what's happening on Sundays. And so for me, I'm missing church, but it's okay. I've rationalized it because I'm doing good work. I'm serving, I'm giving. This is my tithing. Like, I know God's going to be happy with me because I am prioritizing my mother. I am honoring my mother, one of the 10 commandments, right? So this is how I've rationalized not connecting with God. This is how I'm doing it. I don't know if you do the same thing, but this is how I'm doing it. So even though I prioritized him at the bottom, here's the lesson. Even though I prioritized him at the bottom, even though I rationalized it all, he showed up. He showed up. Like, he showed up for me. He's going to show up for you. Here's how we did it. I happened to be lucky enough and honored to be chosen as a presenter at the Power Conference in Rockford in October. I love that program, so I go to any program that I can that I'm not teaching. I'll go to different event or sessions. Anyway, I happened to go to one on emotional intelligence, okay, EQ. And I thought, oh, this will be interesting. It kind of aligns with me, and I'm interested to see how the presenter, does her session and all the things. Anyway, I fell in love with the presenter. Her name's Rebecca Francis. And if you know Rebecca, then you know how amazing she is. If you don't know Rebecca, you need to know Rebecca. Just search her name, go on LinkedIn, Facebook, check her out. She is truly incredible and amazing. And so I knew we'd be fast friends. So following that event, I reached out to her and said, hey, we're in the same space. I'd like to meet you. Is there any chance we can meet for coffee? And so we did. So we're sitting at Meg's in Rockford, and we start talking about just everything, right? Our jobs, our families, all the things. And we start talking about anxiety. And so I'm like, oh, okay, so let's talk about anxiety. Now, Rebecca does not know what's been going on with me health-wise. And so and I'm not so sure I'm anxious. I don't think I'm anxious. I know I'm stressed out. I know I'm super stressed out, but I'm not anxious. I'm not worried about anything. Am I? All right. So she introduces me to this pastor from a church in Georgia. His name is Dr. Darius Daniels. Amazing. On YouTube. So she said, just check it out. You'll really enjoy it. Okay, I will. So I promise I have a point. So I do that. And now I'm driving home and I'm thinking about anxiety. I'm like, I'm not anxious. Like, I'm not worried about things. I'm not afraid of things. I am stressed because I set these high expectations and I set these standards and I set these goals that are ridiculous. That's my problem. That's why I'm stressed out. Until I listened to his YouTube video. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I can't sleep at night. I wake up with heart palpitations. My chest feels heavy. Now I know I am not, heart disease does run in my family, but I know that's not a problem. I know it's stress. I know it's an anxiety. I know that's what it is. But anxiety to me always was like worry and fearfulness and things like that. And I don't think that's right. I think I'm anxious. I do. I think I'm anxious because I'm stressed, because I'm trying to control everything. So here's what Dr. Daniels said. And he said a lot, so you got to check it out. Just search him on YouTube, Dr. Darius Daniels, Elevation Church in Georgia. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Here's what he says. He says, Melissa, because I know he's talking to me. He says, Melissa, you can control actions, but you cannot control the outcome. God controls the outcome. So you can control your actions, right? You know what you're going to do. You can control your actions, but God controls the outcome. I'm like, holy smokes. I've been trying to control my mother's happiness. I've been trying to control my business. I've been trying to control, and yes, I'm responsible for my business. I can help my mother out and I can do all that, but she's responsible for her happiness, not me. Cluttering or decluttering the house and putting things in order, is that going to make her happy? Might relax her a bit, but it's not going to make her happy. She's sad. She lost her second husband. She's sad, and the last 4 years have been really hard for her. She's been caring for my stepdad, the last 2 specifically. So for her, I can't control her happiness. And those of you who know me well enough, you know I'm a control freak, and I'm trying to control everything. And Dr. Daniels, and thank you, Rebecca, helped me understand that I can't. I have to let go. I have to let go of that. And my business, I can control my actions. I'm responsible for my hiring, and I'm responsible. So I'm going to do everything I can do, but he's responsible for the outcome. He's responsible for that outcome. So I don't know where this message finds you today. But I want you to learn a couple things. One is that you need to, if you don't believe in a higher power, okay, but you need to. And if you don't believe in God or my God, okay, but this wasn't an accident is what I'm trying to tell you. And this is Christmas season. It is the birth of Jesus Christ, who is my Savior. And I don't typically in my Christmas messages go this deep, but I think it's really important. And the anxiety that we feel as a nation, we really need to look to a higher power and to turn our stress over to this higher power, because he and only he is responsible for the outcomes, no matter how much we think we are controlling things. The next day, I wanted to listen to Dr. Daniels' YouTube video again, and I went to Elevation Church YouTube channel. I couldn't find it. Now, maybe I didn't look hard enough. Maybe I wasn't supposed to see it. But I found a different pastor, Pastor Laura, and she talked about, if you want to know if you're where God wants you to go, he will show you, but you have to slow down. You have to slow down. You have to meet him where he is, and his time is slower than yours. So I learned that I am so impatient. So this is the secret to why the world seems to be, or the year seems to be going so fast every year. It's because I'm impatient. And so I'm focusing on the future. I'm focusing on my goals. I am not focusing on now. I am not enjoying every day. I am not being present every day when I should be. And so that's my message to you. I wish you a relaxing, I wish you a 2025 where you can slow down. So look at your goals. And if you've got more than 3, cut them out, prioritize them. I'm going to do that. And by the way, my health is going to be my second priority behind my growing my relationship with Jesus Christ. So, all right, I just can't thank everybody enough for this past year and your support. It has been incredible, and I cannot wait for 2025, but I'm going to enjoy every day between now and then. And I ask you to hold me accountable, because I'm going to hold you accountable. So Merry Christmas, everyone. And I hope this message resonates with you. And I can't wait to see you again soon. Merry Christmas.